Gents, how are we doing?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Well, I think your brother's definitely winning the battle of the white teeth at the moment.
Oh, no, there's no comparison, is it?
Is this a new thing, Charlie?
Yeah, I got my new teeth, didn't I, last week in Turkey. Went away for a week's holiday and come back with some new gnashes.
Got to say, they're looking great, mate. They're looking great. First of all, can I just ask, start with you, what's your relationship like as brothers?
Yeah, I mean, you're just typical brothers, you know what I mean? We're close inside and out the gym. We grew up together. There was times when we shared rooms together, do you know what I mean? So it's, I guess, just what any normal brothers are like, do you know what I mean?
Charlie, obviously you're the eldest. What's he like as a younger brother?
Yeah, he's a little living legend, isn't he? Like, he's funny, man. He's clever. He's a cute. And most of all, he's got my back. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have each other's backs through thick and thin. And no matter what goes on, we're always by each other's side. And we've grown to the top of this game together, and we'll carry on. Whether that's outside of boxing later on down in life, yeah, we really support each other through thick and thin.
And I imagine you're quite competitive with each other, though, or you were when you were growing up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just natural brothers, do you know what I mean? Always wanted to beat each other at everything, and I mean everything from playing FIFA to playing football over the park, boxing, running, everything. Yeah. Just competitive, innit? We're both born winners, I think. We both like to win. So yeah, but it's good to have that little push. And I know now, you know, working smart, if I'm working that little bit just behind him, keeping up with him, then I'm working very hard indeed. So that's why I like just being just behind him, just in his shadow.
Was there any play fights in the front room back in the day?
Yeah, he used to fill me in back in the day. He used to get me when I weren't looking. When I ended up going to school when I was a kid with a big black eye.
I know you said in an interview last year that you two could be like the Klitschko's and basically carve up the division between you.
Yeah, I 100% believe that. Like Sonny said in the press conferences, we're on our different journeys, we've got different promoters. But yeah, I don't see why we can't take over the division. And not only the flyweight division, like we're always going to be able to move through the weights. We're big at the division. So yeah, like we're building a legacy. The Edwards brothers, the Klitschko's, Smiths, like it happens. And that's why, because there is competition between us, but it's healthy competition. And we wish each other the best, and we want each other to get to the very top of the sport and take it over.
Now, when Tris interviewed you for BT Sport the other day, I don't know whether it was a joke, but you did say for the right price, you'd fight him years down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be a very right price, you know what I mean? And we'd have to have the conversation together and get loads of money and then retire on it, and then we'll be all right, do you know what I mean? Who wants to be boxing forever, do you know what I mean? If you can live happily ever after, south in the sunset, and then to have a pretend fight, I'll win, and then we'll be all right.
And did you see that interview, Charlie, and what did you think?
Yeah, I've seen that interview. It's all fun and games, and it's all for like the media attention. We have a laugh, do you know what I mean? But truthfully, I wouldn't get in the ring with him. He's my brother. I love him dearly. I wouldn't put a relationship online with him. And most of all, our sick mum wouldn't want to see two of our boys fight. Do you know what I mean? And that's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to come to that. Obviously, you've both been for a very trying time the last few years, and you know, again in that interview, you were speaking about your mum. How's she doing at the moment?
Yeah, she's doing very well. She's going to be there on Saturday night to support Sonny, like she's always there for our fights now. And yeah, she's well. She's happy. It's her birthday on Friday, and we've got a big party for her on Sunday. So we're looking forward to getting Sonny's fight in a spectacular win, and then enjoying some family time together.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. I mean, that was a really emotional interview. I mean, you touched a lot of people's hearts from that interview you gave the other day. And yeah, you've been through the mill a bit, but it's good, touch wood, to see her on the mend.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is at this point. Nothing we can change, no matter how much we can feel sorry for her or feel sorry for ourselves. It is what it is, and it's something that didn't have any light shed on it for very many years. I mean, this has been 5 years now, this has been our situation. And perhaps it wasn't until, you know, it was picked up at Charlie's when he won the world title where, you know, people got interested in it, because there's nothing, like, we never wanted to, you know, sell this sort of sob story as a way of, but I don't know, if you keep putting a camera in front of me and asking me about it, I'm gonna answer the questions. Like I said, it is what it is. It doesn't really affect, you know, the position we're in. We've both managed, you know, to get a lot of mental strength, and our family, you know, all cooped together around these sad times. So, you know, I mean, we're still very lucky that our mum's here. She's living, she's breathing, she's experiencing so much. Like I've said before, got to see Charlie win his first world title. Got to meet her first grandson when I introduced her to my son. So since we said bye to her the first time, she's lived a whole nother life in itself. Do you know what I mean? For her children. So you know what I mean, we're just lucky to be in the position we're in.
No, that's brilliant, mate. Just turning to Saturday now. You seem very confident of the win, but so does your opponent.
Yeah, he seemed quite angry today, didn't he? Like he wants to rip my head off. I know the translator wasn't the best. They probably could have got a better translator, and he might have, dictated a bit better. But no, like they all come to win. You know what I mean? They're not coming on no 10-hour flight to get their arse handed to them and sent back. Do you know what I mean? The Mexicans are a very proud breed of people. So of course he's coming to win. Of course he lost his debut. He's had 16 wins and only one loss since that, which was a split decision 6-rounder. Can't read nothing really into that. A few knockouts on his wins against good records. So, you know what I mean, I'm expecting a hard night. Of course, my 2 other hardest fights in my pro career has been against 2 Mexicans. So I know what I'm in for. Do you know what I mean? I shouldn't have too much of a shock, but just got to see how I deal with it when I actually get in there on the night.
Charlie, how do you see it going Saturday? Presumably you're ringside as well.
It's going to be another spectacular Sonny Showtime performance. He's an elite fighter. He's definitely at world level, and he's got to have to prove it against this Mexican on Saturday night. But I've got full faith and belief in him, and he's going to shine like he always does. And then it's on to bigger and better things to Sonny.
Nice one. And Tommy Frank been making noises as well. If you won't get through this.
Yeah, no point mentioning Tommy Frank to me. He don't want to fight me, so he's not on my radar at all. He just wants to fight like flyweight Thai fighters that have only turned pro at this beginning of this year and had 6 fights. So, we're in different sports at this point. You know what I mean? I'm doing football and he's doing tiddlywinks down the park. It's completely different.
And Charlie, you clearly rate Sonny. Do you think he's going to emulate your achievements?
I wouldn't say emulate my achievements. He's his own man, and just like every fighter in this sport, their dream is to become world champion, and he's going to emulate his dreams and he will achieve them. And he's a great fighter and an elite world level fighter, and he shows that in the gym every day, but now it's time to do it in the ring. And Saturday night he'll do that, and then he'll sit down with his team, his promoter, and then he'll go on and hopefully get a world title.
And just before we go, just got to mention your last fight. Not the most conventional way of winning.
Bit of controversy, but hey ho, that's my career. It's a rocky road story. Everyone loves it. Everyone's behind me. I've got to say thank you, and I'm blessed with all the British fans and public who showed me a lot of love in that arena, because had they not booed like they booed, maybe it wouldn't have got turned round. So it is what it is. I believe I was winning the first 2 rounds. The first round was close, but on the judges' scorecards I was 2 rounds up. Third round I was getting my distance a bit more, and yeah, I got hurt. I took a barrage of punches, and I was still mentally in there because I chose to take a knee. I weren't out on my feet. If I was out on my feet, I wouldn't have looked to go down. I would have been wiped out. I went down for a reason, to try and recover. I had 40 seconds left of the round. We'd see the round out, and then we would have started again. It's a 12-round contest, not a 3-round fight. And what happened in such a mad, spectacular, controversial status. But I just say I've got to be thankful and blessed that I'm still WBC World Champion. The right decision was made, justice was served, and now it's just about having a bit of blow from boxing, let my body recover, and then next year look to push and get a rematch on the cards. I'm going out over the next 2 weeks to my management team, MTK Global headquarters over in Dubai, and we're going to sit down and discuss when the rematch will be, and then we go again.
Fantastic. And just before we go, Sonny, hopefully year's time, or maybe less than that, 2 world champions in the family.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dream. It always has been a dream, and it will continue being a dream. And then if that happens, then we want to be 2 unified champions. And if that happens, we want to be 2 undisputed champions. There's always another goal. So yeah, we're in a good place. As the flyweights, super flyweights, and everything in between, we are arguably the 2 biggest in Britain. If not, he definitely is, and I'm there or thereabouts. You know what I mean? So, how can we complain? He's 26, I'm 23. We're young. We've got plenty of years ahead of ourselves, and we just enjoy what we do. You know what I mean?
Brilliant. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you both. Thank you very much.
Thank you.